Greg, what you crying for?
Leave the memories alone. I don't want to see. On Team Raw, they took our Becky. What's going on? What's going? That was a little.
Maddie over here just like y'all late.
Right.
Shut up. Look, I'm hurting. All right, as a captain, I'm hurting. I'm upset. I'm damn near. It's a tragic loss that Becky might be gone for 3 months. It really, it's rough. It's rough on us. All right, it's tough.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. NWO appreciate your ass not starting anyone that won on Saturday. Bro, we greatly appreciate that shit.
Jeez.
But then he started everybody last night, so we are now all. This is the second place podcast.
It is damn right. What's going on, folks? It's me, the GREG, the co-founder at the NAAFP, joined by MHN Kingston himself. That's right, I ain't saying it. And also forever rival, the final Maddie. Guys, what's up? What's up?
Go ahead, Mongo. You can say it.
I'm good. All right. Cool. I appreciate it. I'm good.
Like I said, thank you for the opportunity, but no thank you.
It's like somebody offers you a job, like I'm cool, man. I appreciate it, but I'm good.
Right.
Raw happened last night. Raw happened last night, and
before we get into Raw, though,
before
we get into Raw, I want to give a big "I fucking told you so" to Mr. Adam Copeland.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm talking about is last week, Mongo and myself were discussing the fact that. Hold on. First of all, nigga, you late joining. We've been on for a good 3 minutes. You late. How about that one?
Cookies row. Man, the last time I was on here Saturday, you were having a good time talking to my best buddy. You know, y'all were hitting it off. And now you're coming on here, and the first thing you say after I come back from a day break is that we're late. You know, yeah, we are late. We are late. We'll be late again tomorrow. We might be late Thursday.
And the day after that, and then not Friday, and then probably Saturday.
I don't know if y'all noticed this, UTR folks, but our podcast runs on CP time.
It really does.
All right.
That's why we put
Mongo's included in the CP, whether y'all notice or not, which is why his ass is late with us. Okay.
Shit, Kenny was earlier than me again. Kenny got on here early, left to grab something, and I think you got back right before I showed up. So,
I was the last one to show up.
Yeah, you know what? Let's talk about Adam Copeland.
Okay, I was saying last week, me and Mongo were talking about how it was all of us, me, Mongo, and Matt. We were all talking about how Danielson was saying that he doesn't have much time left because he's starting to feel pains in his neck and stuff, which can cause him to retire. During that episode, I distinctly said, you know, I feel bad that he's going through this, but at the same time, I don't, for the simple fact that he put himself in this position knowing that he's at risk to get hurt. Hey, Kanisha.
What's up, Kanisha?
I also said on that show, I'm not going to feel bad when Edge gets hurt because the same situation. Edge know his ass shouldn't be doing certain shit, but wanted to come to AEW where they'll allow him to do the dumb shit that WWE and his doctors told him not to do. And guess what? And I said, watch Edge fucking get injured. Well, folks, once again, Dr. Kenny is proven right because guess what? Edge broke his fucking leg.
Yeah, what Cookies asked what happened. Cookies, if you watch that match, remember when he dove off the cage and we all said,
What the fuck is wrong with
jumps
you?
off the cage and lands directly on their legs. And I remember someone on Twitter also commenting on that and saying Macho Man Randy Savage did the same exact thing in WCW, and that basically blew his knees out. Edge didn't blow his knee out. He broke his leg.
He blew his whole fucking leg out.
He fractured his tibia upon that landing. We knew it was when he landed. We all went, ah.
Oh.
We all went, ah. Yeah. And then he announced this morning, he ain't got no stupid broken neck. He got a stupid broken leg.
And I have absolutely no remorse for that shit.
And I said it, me and Kenny said this yesterday. I said it yesterday. It's crazy this happened. I said, I bet you as soon as he gets hurt, that's when that title run is going to be over, and that's when he's going to retire. I would not be shocked. And then not even 24 hours later, he said he's hurt. That title got to be vacated. So Vacant got themselves another title. So I don't know.
And here's the thing.
When Edge landed on his feet, when he was supposed to be he's supposed to dive off. He dove like an old man.
Here's the thing that kills me. This wouldn't be such a big issue, honestly, if this old man wasn't a champion.
Right.
Now you are putting your whole division in pretty much limbo because you put a belt on an old man who thinks he's still young, who tried to do a young man shit, even though he got a super old body, and now that old body fucking broke down. And now guess what? You're not going to have a champion because he's out at least 3 to 4 months.
They ain't about to have nothing. They ain't about to have anything.
Time for another tournament. Yep.
He didn't. I tell you, on top of it doesn't look like he couldn't make up his mind. That table needs to be moved further out so he can get proper.
I saw someone say he looked like he lost his footing. He looks like he does the jump. Like I don't think he lost his footing. I think that's the jump he was trying to make.
That table needs to be a little bit further away because he's right on top of the table and he just lands on feet.
Listen, the problem is, let's be realistic. People tend to forget Edge is 6'4", well over 230 some odd pounds. He's not a big man. He's not a fucking high flyer
anymore. He can't do that shit no more, too.
Even when he was younger, he really wasn't a high flyer. He had a couple of spots where it seemed like he was a high flyer, like that spear to Jeff Hardy where he jumped off the ladder and dude,
that spear destroyed his neck.
Exactly. I'm not the smartest man, Mr. Copeland, but it seems like every time you jump off of some shit, you get fucked up to the point where you can't wrestle anymore. The last time you jumped off of some shit was the match you had with fucking Randy Orton. And guess what happened? You got injured. And now you're jumping off some other shit again. And guess what?
The greatest wrestling match ever.
Yeah.
That's why we skipped Backlash.
Yeah. It was going for an elbow drop, correct? That's what it looked like he was doing.
That's what it looked like. And then to me, I'm like, that's an elbow drop. You're trying to do an elbow drop. But that's why I said it in the chat earlier today. He just looked like an action figure without the bendable legs. He just looks like when you be like, oh no.
Yeah. He landed flat on his feet.
Yo,
and that's not good.
How is that an elbow? Like, are you diving or is it an elbow drop? Because the way he falls, it looks like both. But whatever he does, the way he landed, we know he wasn't supposed to land like that. If you diving, you ain't supposed to land like that. If you do an elbow
plain and
drop,
simple,
you ain't supposed to land like that.
He looked like somebody that was scared.
That height, you don't land like that.
Right.
He looks like somebody that was scared to do a cliff dive into the fucking ocean. That's what he looked like. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He looked like he didn't know what he was going for by the time he was in the air.
He looked like the yodeling dude off of Cliffhangers.
Oh, Matt, this is that mango slushy.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's really good. I was disappointed in the chocolate.
Yeah, sometimes some places they can't pull off chocolate. They might they suckered you in with that Hershey's and then it didn't even taste all that good.
It didn't.
Speaking of chocolate,
Jade,
that awesome truth segment last night. Did y'all see
Oh my goodness.
That awesome truth segment where Truth has Miz come to an ice cream truck.
He's like, oh yeah, I know what flavor you are. He's like, strawberry.
Miz said, why did you ask me to dress up in all white? So you could look like your flavor. Oh, I'm vanilla. And Truth goes, yeah, and Truth has like a black tank top on. And Miz says, oh, so that means you're, and before he can say, yeah, strawberry.
Right.
And then New Day walks around the corner. Yeah, what'd you think he was going to say, Miz? What'd you think he was going to say? Which feels like what I deal with on this podcast when that's what this feels like.
And Greg, that was definitely us and Greg.
I guarantee you Thursday, the picture for the show is going to be that segment with me as Miz, 1,000%. And it's just going to be a fucking image on all three of those motherfuckers. That's what I'm doing.
It's pretty much that is pretty much what you go through on a daily basis. On a daily basis.
I mean, we might as well just get into Raw because Raw was a pretty good show. I don't know why I fell asleep on like that Ricochet Dragunov bullshit. Because as soon as I saw that bullshit, I was like, oh no.
That match, that Ricochet Dragunov match was so weird because it had boring and exciting moments in the match together. It was so weird. I was like, this match should be a lot more exciting than what it is for Ricochet and Dragunov. Oh, here we go. Here's the excitement. Okay, there we go. Oh, it bored down again. What the hell happened? I honestly think there were too many commercial breaks during If the Cracker Fits. God damn it, Batty.
Damn.
You gonna stop calling my boy Greg a cracker. That man is definitely a Milano cookie. He might be white on the outside, but there's chocolate on the inside. That man is a Milano cookie.
I've never been called a cracker more than when Batty shows up in chat. I swear to God. Before this podcast, I got called a cracker maybe 5 times in my life. Since this show began,
it's at least weekly.
Couple of hundred a year, I think. Something like that.
Yeah, definitely a couple hundred a year.
Mongo is not a cracker. That is a Milano That is a Milano cookie right there. Get it right. Get it right. All right. Just because the outside is one thing, the inside is definitely the main portion.
He is a golden Oreo.
There we go.
I'll take it. But you know what? You were right. You're right about the commercial breaks because they had a lot of commercial breaks for every match.
That's how I fell asleep.
They really did. They really did. I think they definitely did not have enough matches scheduled. So USA was like, okay, we got something for that ass. Y'all gonna go to commercial right now. Yeah, since y'all don't have enough matches, we're gonna promote everything our channel does right now. Because every goddamn commercial was about every upcoming show, season, whatever USA is about to offer. If it wasn't that, it was goddamn Ozempic.
They went crazy with those Ozempic commercials, but they want to let that's why it's so popular now. I agree with I think Reggie hit the nail on the head right there. They just put some bullshit together because they're like, hey, Braun will come out here and murder us. So
but you know what, even I would have preferred if Braun interrupted a stellar matchup. I would have preferred if he interrupted a stellar matchup, like a match where you're actually Like, I wasn't mad that he interrupted this match because it was right at a boring point. So it was like, okay, good, something happened. If the match was like non-stop how it should be, a Ricochet dragging off match, I think that would have actually put more heat on Braun if he fucked up a good match. If you fuck up a real good match, like, people are gonna be like, "Oh, this motherfucker out here, we was about to get a goddamn winner, and then he come and does this shit. What the hell is wrong with him?" Last night you saw what I put in the chat. I ain't say nothing about the match, and all of a sudden I put, "Oh, Ricochet dead." Oh, Dragon dead.
They gave Ricochet a lot of offense in this, didn't they?
On top
more
of that,
than I thought he was gonna get.
Like,
how was he a two-time speed champion already?
I guess it's gonna be like the 24/7 where they just move that shit. Let me look up the speed title.
Speed title is
I hate you.
He got smart with somebody on Twitter because they said why he got this belt. We don't never see him on TV with it, and he basically said Elon Musk
is
paying us to we wrestle on X. This stuff is exclusive to X/Twitter.
Right.
So why would I show up on regular TV with a belt that is exclusive to Twitter? I was like, oh, all right, common sense.
Why the hell would he? That's so like that. Doesn't that ruin? Stupid, you're giving up free advertisement for, like, if you want to go see this shit, go to Twitter. But instead, you're just like, yeah, he's a speed champion. What is that?
Go on Twitter to find out.
He's at it.
Not Cookies calling Braun Cookies calling Braun Diego from fucking Blow, the movie Blow.
Damn it,
George. What do you know about cocaine?
So I don't know why he's called a two-time speed champion, because he beat Johnny Gargano in the finals for the belt.
And then he defended
Tyler Bate.
And then he defended the belt against Tyler Bate. And that's it.
So it's probably just a slip of the tongue.
Yeah, just an error on their part. Right. Maybe they meant like two-time. He was like a two-time U.S. champion, because I think he's had the U.S. title twice. So maybe
like two-time speed champion. How'd this nigga lose it already? That's the first thing I thought. I'm like, damn, Rico, they give you no love. I will say, yesterday, the sexiest thing about Raw yesterday was Io Sky going batshit crazy, destroying that dresser.
You saw what I put in the chat. I just
definite fear boner. Definite fear boner.
Just sent a picture of the aftermath of her before she stormed out, and I was like, that was hot.
Yeah, they gave Kyrie new entrance. So that tells me Asuka ain't coming back no time soon.
She's damn. Yeah, she's out.
Asuka's banged up.
Which, so it's good. Heal up. Let her rest up for a little bit.
Honestly, she's been going for what?
NXT.
6, 7, 8 years in a row.
Let's see. NXT.
She was never injured in NXT.
2015, 2014.
Yeah, something like that.
About 10 years.
She carried them during the pandemic along with Bayley and Sasha.
Right, because Becky wound up getting pregnant.
Right.
So she had to be the face.
Charlotte fell apart about a gazillion times. She had a breast implant explode. She's been poisoned by one. Like, she's been hurt. She's hurt right now. Like, dang, all these people have fell off, and Asuka's just been going and going and going and going. So
right. That super glue finally went off. That super glue finally said, "All right, that's enough. You need to re-up, because we done, my mama. We done." And you know what? And like we've been saying, like, good for her. She's really been going nonstop since NXT. Like, I think the longest break she's taken maybe has been like 2 weeks, if that. She's been on TV for maybe like 2 weeks because of I think it was like maybe a knee injury or something like that. But she really has not missed any time since she's been in WWE. She definitely, and listen, mama, we up there in age, Asuka. we can't be bullshitting, baby. We gotta learn to take our breaks. Because if not, our body will break the fuck down on us. All the check engine lights will come on. Our dashboards will be lit the fuck up. Go in there and get yourself a tune-up, baby girl, and relax. You ain't got to come out to the races already.
I'm looking at her right now. The only injury she had was in 2021. And she hurt her shoulder and was out for like 9 months. One injury. She had one injury in like 10 years.
Good Lord.
Baby girl is due.
She was in all pain all this time because that's what everyone from Damage Control was saying.
I'm just looking at Wikipedia too, so like I don't know how completely accurate it is, but the word injury only shows up 3 times, and once was her opponent got injured, one was 2021, and one was the most recent.
I remember the 2021 one, but it was basically like our whole fantasy season. But she came back, right? Basically, I think she came back almost during WrestleMania season. So it was like, well, Asuka's back. It's almost like she never left.
Right.
So I don't know if she was injured before WWE or not. I'm sure she had to have been, I would think. But if not, that's 20 years of just one time.
And she's a mother.
Baby girl was due.
She's hurt, and she's just gonna spend time with her kids and play video games.
And create video games. Because whether you guys know, right, like people don't realize outside of wrestling, Asuka is a goddamn video game creator who worked for Nintendo.
Yeah, so a legit designer. Has her own YouTube channel, like Jesus, what the
like?
And she's a mom. And you never hear about her. You never hear about her family. Like she has a very private life. Despite being in the public eye so much, you know nothing about her private life.
Yo, honestly, because we say it all the time, man. Asuka's the most underrated, decorated champion in WWE history, boy. Like. Excuse me, Asuka really does not get the respect she deserves. Like Asuka really is that motherfucker. Like people want to be like, at the end of the day, every female should try to be like Asuka. There is not a single like accolade for the women that she has not had.
And still, when she comes back and she starts challenging for stuff, it still feels like, God, I want to see her win that shit. Like you still feel that way.
And it's sad that she doesn't get the exposure that other stars get, mainly because of her accent.
Yeah, America's not great when it comes to someone that has an accent.
But the bullshit is they accept Becky Lynch. That's what I don't get. And Becky Lynch's accent is way worse than Drew McIntyre's. Listen, my wife had a friend who comes from the same area as Becky Lynch, and she says other people in Ireland can't even understand people from that area.
There's a part in this book I just got to today where she's talking about going to New York for like the first time to try and make it as an actress. And
they were like, huh?
And she met like genuine Irish folks that ran a bar. And she wrote down the conversation the way that it sounds phonetically. And it took me a few times to figure out what the fuck they were saying. It took like they even spelled Jesus wrong. It's like Jesus, Jaesus.
Lord.
Like it's a whole different fucking language.
It really is.
Which of course really I said with the fucking southern accent as deep as Matthew fucking McConaughey. So like I know like I gotta draw. I know I do. Like, it is. There's, and I'm trying to figure out how to say this.
You know what's sad?
The reason that is okay is, I think, partly because it's still English, but also partly because
Becky White.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they have Roddy Piper, so they've already sat through it.
It is
Becky White.
It is a white flavored accent.
Okay, here's the basic.
America's pretty much okay with, right? That's kind of what it is. Like,
okay, Mongo, I'll say it. That shit is racist. Plain and simple. That's what it is.
It all depends on, honestly, like, in my opinion, when it comes to Andrade talking, I don't want to hear that man speak English. He sucks at speaking English. Like, he sucks ass at speaking English. I know he can say that. He can talk the draw. He can talk the panties off Charlotte. But yeah, in Spanish, that man, they had him on a podcast or the Ringer Wrestling. Oh, I started fast forwarding after a while because I'm like, this motherfucker can't talk. He can't talk. He's this. Oh, your English is getting better. I'm like, no, the fuck it ain't. The fuck? Nah. But see, they let him go out there and say some bullshit while they let Nakamura. They're making him talking Japanese.
Anybody that like comes here has to learn the English language. First off, our language is fucking ridiculous. Like, it's one of the most difficult languages to learn in the world. Because we got our grammar and all these rules mixed up from multiple different other languages. So none of it makes sense.
And then we have slang.
We also have slang. Yeah, slang. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Reggie makes a great point right here.
Piper was Canadian. Not only do you have to learn the language, you have to try to not give a thick where you're from. It's a pain in the ass. Right. It is. Jesus. Let's get back to Raw.
Right.
Raw opened up with the celebration for Gunther.
And
Hey, General, baby.
And Damian Priest comes out, and I don't know who put the battery in my man Priest's back. Where somebody told Priest, hey, listen here, boss, we're going to put this belt on you. You better start talking some shit back and not having your chrono stuff. And your man Priest, the past 2 weeks, your man Damian Priest been talking some real hot shit.
He trying to let y'all know.
And it's not just promos.
That's what he tried. He let y'all know he a bad bitch.
And it just promos. It's backstage segments. It's when he comes out and when he's like yelling at the Judgment Day and there's no mic, you can still see and hear what he's saying. Cameras, like, he went from being, just let's be real, like a god awful promo,
right,
to really entertaining.
He really had some bass in his voice again, and he in low key just became Uncle Jerome of Judgment Day from Snowfall. Like, he can pull out a squad.
And then, so he comes out and he like shit talks Gunther, and then Drew McIntyre comes out. And Drew comes out and Gunther leaves. And Damian shit talks Drew.
Yeah.
Which is tough to do because Drew's on an all-time mic run right now.
Yeah.
My favorite moment was when Braun came out there and
Drew was like,
what? I ain't scared of you. I'm my own shit.
Yo.
So, man, looking at that.
But did you notice how even Damian, though, looked up at Braun and was like, you big bitch. I'm going to let you have this right now, but I'm going to move out this motherfucking way right now. You listen, you big motherfucker. I hate Braun's. I hate Braun. I hate Braun's look right now.
Someone said that on Twitter
too. The short hair, but
everything. Like, I understand
everything.
He grew it back, but he gotta make a decision. What are you doing, bro?
Everything about Braun right now. I hate the way he looks. Braun looks like somebody put a fucking bike pump in Matt Hardy and blew it up. Like they are fucking dressed the exact same, just about.
Braun looked like he looked like Big Bubba from WCW.
Like he looks, I don't know, man.
And
like,
we know that was Big Boss Man.
Right, like,
Bubba.
like we gotta, like, I don't.
Big Bubba is so ass.
Like,
this is
Braun,
Big Bubba right now.
My boy, you got to do something, brother. Like, I know you grew the hair back. That's cool. You got done what you done with your hair. My man, right now, you at the your hair stage right now is what happens when people first start to dread their hair. Where it looks fucked up. Because you really can't do nothing with it. Like you twist it and you just kind of leave it and hope it knots up. So you don't know what the fuck to do with it. You got the equivalent of starter dreads right now. It's not a good look. So
a bandana, aka a do-rag, and be do-rag.
Matt, you took the words right out my mouth because I was getting ready to say the way that is counterbalanced is usually with a do-rag or a stocking cap. Braun, you need to go into Hogan's wardrobe and grab one of them Danas, brother. Okay,
grab a black one. Just grab a black one.
Just like
Vince ain't using his anymore, you know.
That's why I say do-rag Braun.
Like, bro, you need like it, and it needs to like, and then his ring gear. He really does have on the Matt Hardy jeans.
He looked like he just looked homeless. He looked like Big Bubba.
Hasn't he always worn like jeans and a shirt? Hasn't that always been?
But he's always had like the camo pants or whatever. It was broke. Yeah, like even though he was supposed to look like a dirty. Remember, he's first supposed to look like a dirty redneck, technically being part of the Wyatt family back in the day.
Then he won the championship, and he kind of got all that became like kind of like the Roman the whatever the little military pants Roman be wearing. He had a nice little tank top that was fitted on him instead of looking all broke down. But now he looked broke down again.
Right, like
he honestly looked like he looked like
Eddie fucking Kingston. He looks like Eddie fucking Kingston and Matt Hardy combined into one. That's what the fuck he looks like right now.
He looks like a Street Fighter when you just pick their gear, when you like alternate gear, and they still just be fucked up.
Like, I'm not fucking with Braun's look right now. But I will say,
he is low key. He is a nappy headed hoe right now.
Right, he really is
nappy headed hoe.
I will say I did like that reversal that he did to JD when JD tried to do the
power slam.
Yeah, when JD tried to do the tilt-the-world DDT and he just kept rotating his ass right into that motherfucking power slam. I was like, that was a good one, Braun. That was clean. I like that one. That was a real.
Braun can go. He can go.
Shout out to JD. Shout out to JD because JD died.
JD for just dying.
Right. My man JD died, bro.
Collecting that check, man. Collecting that check. We're gonna skip through a few things here. Authors of Pain, crush the Creed brothers. This is gonna be the last loss before the Creed brothers join Chad Gable. I'm guessing.
We'll take those points, though, baby.
What the fuck was that about? Right? That was weird.
I like that finish, though. What a rush!
What a rush!
The Super Collider is
good.
I mean, good because that shit looked dangerous as shit.
Yeah,
like those two big bastards having to blindly run into each other.
Yeah,
like that was going to go bad at some point. That makes sense.
Was.
It did on Grizzle Young Vets because remember,
yeah, it did.
It went bad on Grizzle Young Vets. Remember, because my man Drake got fucking spiked.
Drake got murdered. We have Lyra Valkyria and Kairi Sane, and again,
woo, woo.
Everybody is getting on the Lyra train, and I can't figure out why. And it's not like I hate her. I just don't understand it. When we had Tiffany Stratton and Ilya Dragunov come up, and Tiffany was like a way better, character. Not as great in the ring, but she had the character. Ilya is better at both.
Mm-hmm.
And that dude has not gotten one reaction.
Not one. That irks me. That really is. I'm not gonna lie. Ilya not getting reactions on the main roster is starting to piss me off, because it's not like WWE. It's not like the backstage, the producers and stuff aren't doing their part. It's not like Dragunov isn't doing his part. Everything on WWE's end, they're doing the right thing to get you behind this guy, to get you excited for his matches. And the fucking crowds, I don't get it.
If they don't start reacting, what's going to end up happening, and Greg is going to definitely agree with me, they ain't even going to do nothing to Dragunov. First thing they're going to do is change that theme up, and then everybody's going to be mad, because what they're probably thinking right now is, oh, they don't know his theme. That's why they're not reacting.
Let's give him a worse, least recognizable theme, just to make it better. Yeah. I don't understand it, but Lyra, I guess people love. I said it in the captain's chat. I was like, you know what I think it is? I think it's the woo. I think it's that Rick's the fucking crypt keeper. Like, he ain't showing up anymore. You can't do it for him. Marty is a fucking sex pest. Charlotte's not here because she's injured. The fans have been dying to woo. So here we go. They got the woos.
Because in NXT they would do it, and I would just be like, I would say woo to mock them. Like, they would be like, woo. Mine would be like, whoa. Like, okay, it's NWO. We had her, but it's like, because she gets points, because she was the champion. It wasn't like, oh, yeah, she's one of the GOATs. It's just like when Raw had Mandy. Like,
does this mean? Yeah. Does this mean that all these people have been watching NXT, or is it just like, is this where they're like, we're going to coach you to chant? Or
honestly,
are people watching? Because if they're watching, then why aren't these people also watching Ilya?
I think it's
you took the words from me, Mongo. If they were really watching, then they would have a bigger reaction to Ilya than what's going on, because this 100% has to be them coaching. They must think that, someone backstage thinks she's the next big star, and they're going to force her onto us. They're going to force her onto the crowd. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Manaya.
I mean, I've said this. Like, she's great in the ring. I think so. But the Lance Storm effect of being amazing in the ring. It's the theory that was proven correct, where
for decades,
if you just have incredible in-ring talent and that's all you have, it's not going to be enough. And I'm not saying Lyra can't do it. I'm saying right now there's no character aside from she's Becky's friend.
Yeah, and on top of that, the whole presentation, because they did a complete 180 to us. This is the Lyra that I didn't see. I didn't watch NXT UK all like that. So when she showed up on regular NXT, she was not any of this. She just had woo, woo, and then she became NXT Women's Champion.
It was a good match, though. It was
now everything is back to her being NXT UK Lyra, on top of
sort of
she's Becky's friend. Oh, her big claim to fame, her biggest thing is she beat Becky for the NXT title, and now she's here, and Becky's her friend.
Yeah.
And Becky giving her advice. Becky giving her advice.
Becky gave her advice about, like, after a night like Saturday, it makes you wonder if you might want to walk away or something. And I was like, what? Why did you tell that to her? What the that's terrible. Like, yeah, you're gonna walk away. Yeah, but like, why the hell did you tell that to her?
Like, she's a new one. The fuck is going on here, Beck?
Let's see. We had Carlito and Rey Mysterio. Rey beat Carlito after getting his ass whooped by Finn. Right. For some reason, Bronson Reed beat Otis. Yeah. Then we got a strange segment. It's time. Chad was like, I need to teach you discipline. And then he goes and reaches for his pants.
Oh, yeah. And then he tries to actually whoop him.
And then he's like, this is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you. I was like, is he going to pull his belt? And then in his hand, thankfully, was the belt, because I didn't know what he was about to pull out. But he grabbed a belt, pulled it off, and he told Otis to go hold the ropes. It's going to hurt, but he's here to teach a lesson. And he goes to hit the strap, and Maxine hooks the arm, stops it, and Chad's like, get out of my ring. And she just leaves.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this right now, Mongo. You know I think of you like family. You know we love Otis. Every black person that watched that segment looked at that segment for a hot second, somewhere deep down inside, and said, whip that white boy.
I was just sitting there like...
Just for a hot second. It was just about time. Get his ass. No, don't hate Otis. It comes naturally. It comes naturally. It's just
MJF whooped Cody, and then he whooped Wardlow, and now we're gonna have to see Otis get whooped by Chad Gable.
And we love it.
I mean, that's the highlight of it. Sammy comes out, he gets his ass whooped, and then that's in the segment. But that was like, what? Oh shit, they're going pretty far with this. All right, but they didn't have the balls to actually go through with it. They didn't.
Like I said, I don't need this leading to a Gable versus Otis feud, unless
that's too bad because it's going to.
Hold on. Unless it gets to the point where they make Otis a legitimate contender for the IC title.
Could.
If they make Otis a legitimate contender and stop with this feud right here, this story, I'm not gonna lie, feels like a Vince McMahon story.
A little bit. But yeah, it is working for Otis. It's working for Chad as far as people wanting to boo the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And Otis is getting big reactions.
This is low key, this ain't nothing but $1 Million Man and Virgil all over again.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, that stuff we get that shit every 5-6 years. It happens. As long as it works, and so far, Otis is getting reactions. Gable's getting booed out the building. He's not getting Dom booed. He's getting booed. It's not really helping Maxine or Tozawa at all, but Otis is definitely getting some help. Let's get on to the final segment. And you mentioned the commercials before, Kenny. This steel cage match between Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch, it's for the world title.
95
and
right.
30 seconds in, is Liv going to stay on top? And then commercial. Like, all right. Final commercial. Like the match started at 9:45. Commercial hit at 9:46. I was like, all right, cool. Last commercial break. At 9:53, we had another commercial break. Like, are you? We just came back.
Right.
There were a lot of commercial breaks this
They must have sold the shit out of that Raw and were like, we're gonna have a lot more commercial breaks this week because
we need shit to fill your fucking time slot, bitches.
That's
then they should have cut something, because then at the end, so first off, Liv wins because Dom opens the door trying to give Becky the easy win. And then Finn and JD come out to be like, what the fuck are you doing? And then Braun comes out because he sees JD. Braun chases JD around the ring. He's been chasing JD all night long.
Right.
Chasing JD. And
he's going to rape that little boy. He's going to rape that little boy.
JD runs past Dom. So Braun trucks Dom just for being there. Dom hits the door. Becky was about to leave, hits Becky, knocks her out, and Liv gets out of the cage and wins. Americans saw this show end with Dom looking really pissed off and Liv staring at him and kind of getting close, and that was the end. That was the end of the show.
And that's what we thought it ended on. That's on Twitter
because that is 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, folks.
And
USA ain't playing no more.
Y'all not getting no overrun unless it's Dwayne. Unless they know, they're like, ain't no overrun. So we just assumed that was the end. The way they were
it wasn't.
And as soon as I got on Twitter, I see them kissing, and I'm like, where the fuck that happened? Where the fuck that happened? And Justin, remember, we told y'all Justin was there. Justin, like, me and Greg were both like, they kissed? He's like, oh, yeah, they kissed for a long time. He's like, what? We didn't see that. So we missed them kissing. So if you go on WWE.com, it shows that they kiss. They will tell you that they kiss. And they will show you that they got it on there for us to see. Because even they know, what the fuck?
Yeah, so Liv, what we didn't see, but the rest of the world saw, was Liv walks up and grabs Dom by the back of the hair, like handful of the back of his mullet.
He is still
brings him in.
He got a new mom
and just wears his face off. When she pulls away, his mustache is like hanging off a little bit, like she tore that thing off. And it's like he didn't really participate. She was doing all the action, and then he looks at her and he seems like he's angry.
Nah, that nigga was horny. That nigga was horny. I know that look.
USA, that was like 30 seconds, man. Like, not even that. 15, probably, tops. You couldn't give us 15 seconds? Yeah, I saw my tweet last night. I was like, man, that was cool. I wish we could have fucking seen it on USA Network. That'd have been nice. And it just... But you know what? They always give NXT an overrun, and I guess it's because NXT is the only thing drawing shit on Tuesday night for them. So because they had to get to their weird ass. They had to get to their weird ass Survivor ripoff that they did 30 years too late.
Which is so
that shit.
I'm tired of looking at, like, expecting a little bit more from wrestling and seeing some motherfucker in a broke ass cowboy hat walking across a river after immediately at 11.
I hate that show because
I'm like, what the fuck is this?
They promote it, and every time they promote it, I'm like, the ending always defeats the purpose of me watching this. Oh yeah, watch it right after Raw or stream the whole season on Peacock. I don't want to watch either one. So guess what? If I did want to watch it, if I really, really wanted to watch it, guess what I'm going to do? Click off and go on Peacock. But I don't give a shit. So all of it's going to get clicked off because it ain't Yellowstone. A little bootleg Yellowstone.
Bossman mentioned there is nothing you want to succeed that you are airing at 11 p.m. at night on a Monday night. It is not happening. Like, yeah, that's a good point. Because clearly the show is going to have 1 or 2 seasons, and then we're never going to see it again.
Like these are
they're still trying to fill that Chris Lee.
These are all Chris Lee replacements.
Yeah.
God
And
damn, Todd.
They haven't found one that can replace Todd Chrisley.
And they can't just keep turning out Miz and Mrs. They got to give them their time. Miz and Mrs. will probably be later in the year when it's just SmackDown on USA. Probably next year.
Good God. Let's get into NXT because we're about to hit 7. We got Sexxy Red showing up.
Her pussy pink, her booty hole brown. She about to show Trick how it go down.
Get it sexy.
Yeah, so NXT, we got the match we're all looking forward to, Ridge Holland and Riley Osborne.
No.
God. We got Mia Yim in a qualifier against Tatum Paxley.
Okay.
Kalani Jordan takes on Ren Sinclair. I'm sorry, Matt. It's not in the cards for her.
Nah, my baby winning. That's my baby. We got this.
Then we have Roxanne Perez's battleground opponent will be revealed. There's a rumor going around.
It ain't Julia.
No, Julia's injured, but she's also fighting Saray. You remember Saray in NXT? She's back over in Japan, and she's having
she's fighting her in
crazy-ass matches. Yeah, they're fighting
she had
her
her
in
surgery.
June. Yeah,
she had her surgery. She
and
had her
surgery.
Fighting. Yeah, and she's gonna be back fighting like another 2-3 weeks. Yeah.
I think it's like June 14th, 13th, something like that.
They're expecting her to make her debut for NXT in July.
Roxanne has until then to lose the belt. Let's see. It's rumored. I've seen rumors around that it's Tegan Knox. Now, if you're gonna bring somebody down to challenge for the NXT title,
that ain't it. You don't bring somebody that should still be in NXT.
Yeah, that's gonna be a weird one. There are a few names that got tossed around. Gigi Dolan being in the spot, and a few other main, but like Tegan Knox is the main one. Like Tegan Knox, what the? Where's she been?
She been shining her wizard.
They keep doing all this bullshit with Lola Vice. Like she lost the breakout, but she don't even need to be doing this NXT underground match. She could be challenging Roxanne. Because at some point it's gonna be like, all right, what is Lola? What's the point of her? She ain't gonna be Women's North American champion, and she ain't gonna be NXT Women's champion. She just gonna be.
Yeah, why the hell? What the hell is that about? Yeah, what the hell? What's the point?
Or if you're gonna do that, if you feel like you need somebody with a little bit more establishment to be NXT champion, you've been having Shayna Baszler go down there for the longest.
Right.
Just put the fucking belt back on Shayna.
It would be better. Like we just saw AEW let Samoa Joe be a transitional champion. At least let Shayna be a transitional NXT Women's Champion and let Roxanne go on her merry damn way.
Right,
let Shayna hold that shit for like 6 months.
Right, let her choke out a couple of motherfuckers, right, and then lose when Julia comes.
Julia shows up. Sexxy Red is according to, I think Fightful reported this. She's going to show up and she's going to end up being involved in the main event, which is Trick Williams and the Young OG. Taking on Gallus.
Get bouncy.
So it looks like we're going to see Sexxy Red and Lash kind of go at it a little bit. And she's supposed to be involved in the revealing of the new title. So there you go.
The new title.
Is HBK. HBK. You magical vodka nigga, you. You doing shit like
I told y'all. So reason NXT is my favorite 2 hours of TV. Because as soon as I was on board with 2.0 from the ground up, just because
you really were.
HBK was in charge. Every time they do a callback, I'm like, yo, that's old school HBK. Mello is his black son. Trick is his other black son. That's why I be saying.
And you know what? Javon Evans might be his youngest son.
Right. Different strokes.
I'm done.
On that note, we can call this one a night. Folks, you can follow us at facebook.com/Under the Ring Pod and twitch.tv/Under the Ring Pod. You can also find us at Linktree, also /Under the Ring Pod, where you'll see our links. I'm at Greg Bush SK. You can see Kenny is Rockwood 44.
May not be right.
Our fucking by the way, this guy right here
is a bitch.
This guy right here
is a bitch.
Not only
he's out getting fucked by horses in a stable right now.
Not only could Kenny have won on Saturday, I perfect predicted 2 nights back to back, and Mike just keeps that shit. So you know what? We're bringing
Tiebreakers is back. Yeah, baby.
Bringing them back.
Back, bitches.
I like the extra points. We might do both. We might just have both. But we got to have the tiebreaker because, damn it, this is getting ridiculous.
This is getting fucking ridiculous. Oh, bitch ass.
That's Mike. That's Mr. Freshbeard, the champion for now. Cheating bastard. He's the Jeff Jarrett of the podcast. Also, the final Maddie.
Shout out Jeff Jarrett. I like Jeff Jarrett though. WCW.
Hey,
Jeff Jarrett. Rule, baby.
He's a Satnam. He's a Satnam singer.
Satnam sing.
He's the Satnam sing.
Of course, Tito.
2000, baby.
Freaking captain at Borea Maliente. Our good friend, local news correspondent Justin D. Baxley. Folks, have a fantastic Tuesday night. We will see you tomorrow to talk about what happens tonight. We'll talk about it at Dynamite and see what the hell they're doing with the TNT title. Who the hell knows? Who the fuck cares? We'll see you tomorrow. Till then.
I'll do the done.
Peace.
Jeff Jarrett.
It's mine.